In the first days of the world, all living beings were ruled by the Elven Court, where the wizard king Iniok sat upon his throne. He maintained a delicate balance of light and shadow. Banished from their garden, a new race called humans sailed to Iniok's realm. Attracted to its splendor, they entered the Valley of Wonders, seeking the Elven Court. In defiant hordes, they besieged the valley. Unable to restrain the Callow race, King Iniok and his court were slain. Queen Elwyn, Iniok's second wife, fled the burning ruins with her baby, Julia. Iniok's firstborn, Prince Meandor, fell among the dead. The fall of Iniok's court split the elves into factions. Some desired only to rebuild in tranquility, while others, scarred by their loss, demanded the annihilation of all things human. Unable to forget the carnage, these dark elves cultivated malice, embracing the shadows. From the gloom of their underground hideouts, they sharpened weapons of war. But the child Julia grew, tutored in the ways of light, upon a remote island where Queen Elwyn gathered remnants of Iniok's court. As she matured, Julia allied herself with virtue, joining a society called Keepers to shine light amid darkness. Mistaken for dead, yet shackled to vengeance, Meandor embraced the Dark Elves. By right of royal lineage, Meandor founded a sect called the Cult of Storms and wrought terror on any who opposed their dark ideals. After 2 centuries of wars, a new star appeared over the Valley of Wonders. Keeper scouts spied Meandor lurking about the ruins of Iniok's court. In response, Julia too followed the omen, hoping to thwart her dark brother's scheme. An uneasy silence engulfed the lands.
Hello and welcome to Let's Play of Age of Wonders. That was the intro, and I'm not gonna ramble on about the game before starting. Basically, it's a strategy game, fantasy strategy, and there's a campaign to it, and you can choose: are you the good guys or the Cult of Storms? It'll affect your starting race and your allies during the campaign, and they are actually a bit different from each other in other ways too. I'm not sure which one to take, to be honest. Maybe goody two shoes? No, I'll take the evil guys. Called the Cult of Storms, and this is a pretty much a bullet point presentation of what they stand for. Rid the human of both the humans and keepers, rebuild the Elven Court in the Valley of Storms, resurrect the greatest Elven Lord Iniok, restore order under their own law and power. So we'll join. Of the Storm Lord, only I am worthy to wield the just blade in the Valley of Wonders. While others dare not reach their hiding places, I shall endure the light, gathering true power for the true King Meandor. I am here, I am ready. Okay, do you wish to start with a default leader or custom made? Yeah, definitely custom made. Okay, Cult of Storms. Race to choose from: Azrak, Lizard, Goblin, Orc, Dark Elf. I dislike Dark Elves. Orcs are excellent, Goblins are excellent and fun. Lizards are... this is your character only, by the way, not your army. And Azraks, I don't really care for them. Basically, they're sort of an Egyptian type human race. Lizard men are... their thing is basically that almost all of their units can travel on water. but that's really all they've got. Goblins are... well, they're a little trickier than orcs. Orcs are pretty much basic, they are strong in straight combat, but they have very few any tricks up their sleeve. But a very solid race. Dark elves are... they're not that strong. It doesn't really matter for your hero. It's basically what you like to look at. You can even choose a undead avatar or a ghostly avatar if you want to. There's no limitations to that, so whatever you like. But since we are evil, I want to choose a fitting avatar. And dwarves. I guess that's a dwarven woman. Elves. Dark elves. Orcs. So what do we take? I think we'll be a goblin leader. Or do we want to be a lizard? I think we'll be a goblin leader. Mainly because look at that goddamn face. That's absolutely beautiful. He's not impressed. He's disapproving. Yeah, this is definitely us. We're not gonna be called Talik though. I have no idea. I'm terrible at coming up with names. Something rough sounding. Gorak? Yeah, it's good enough. We're Gorak the Goblin, and we're not impressed. Okay, step 2, assign skill points. Basically, there are a lot of options to take to build your character, and some of these are only options that you have available at the start. With level ups you get more points, but you might not have access to these same ability lists anymore. But the only choice you make at this point really is, do you want to be a spellcasting hero or not? Because spellcasting is very expensive to upgrade, but it's also very powerful. I think that has the most significant impact on the gameplay overall. We'll go with the spellcasting hero, just to show off things. We can always later get another hero to do the other stuff. We have any leadership? We can't afford leadership. It buffs everyone else in the party. We bar skills. Morale boost, no. We could take the wall climbing or vision. Actually, we might even save up our abilities. Wall climbing is good, allows the unit to scale defensive wall. Basically, it's good because if you have no unit that has either wall crashing or some kind of ability to bypass walls, you can't even attack walled cities in this game. And battering rams are very slow moving, so it's good to have basically a cavalry unit with a wall climbing, because that allows your stack to attack walls as long as the leader is in it. I'm also considering visual range increase, so we're going to make a supporting character, so basically this guy is not gonna be good in a fight. I'm doing it to force myself to play with the army, The other way is to buff all your combat abilities, take things like regeneration, so after every this says gives the unit an increased rate of healing. What it means that every time I end a turn, not a combat turn, but an actual world match turn, our life will be restored to full. If you combine it, it's extremely powerful on its own, but you can combine it with like life stealing ability. So absorb 1 hit point for each successful attack. Basically, you usually have 2 attacks, can be upgraded to 3. So what you can do is basically have every stat to 10, which is the maximum, and like 30 hit points. You steal life, you regenerate after every turn, so you're basically almost immortal. So you can with the one guy finish up the entire map. That's the other way to do it. But we want to cast spells, do things with our army. It's more difficult or time consuming, but let's do that. Gorak is a schemer, a leader, and we have to select what kind of spells we want to use. Yeah, this is a tricky one. Because we are a spellcaster, we want to get some ability very high. Death is problematic because if we join undead in the later game, it's a good choice, but if we don't, it's not really that impressive. It sort of wastes time. So maybe fire or air. What does air have? Water is very good, at least one. So but if we take that, we can't get fire. Troubling news. Yeah, we'll take maybe life even. The reason why to take life is because our enemies will be life, and the map will be usually provide them with some basic sort of mana, which means some kind of life mana source, and if we take life, we'll can benefit from them ourselves. But if we take death, they're much rarer, and we'll sort of be shooting ourselves in the foot. No, I don't think so. We won't take it now. We'll take air. What good is air? I can't think of is air actually any good. Shit, this is taking very long. I have no recollection what the spells are. I don't think there's any point in investing very much in life, because it'll affect evil units or undead units, and that's what we're gonna be. So air or water, basically. Pick one. I think there are some very good abilities in water, and the powerful enough attack spell. I have no real recollection what the hell air has. Absolutely none. So we'll take air.